Hi guys, and welcome to my new video. Some time ago I bought a pack of really nice watercolor paper that I never got the guts to use. So after something like a year, I decided to stop thinking I wasn't worth of my own art supplies, and I tried out for the first time ever cotton paper. Because I'm the one who always tell other people to stop thinking they are about to ruin a sketchbook or waste materials and paper, because everything you do, it still has a purpose. Even if something you draw doesn't turn out how you imagined, and even if you think it's crap, it is still practice. Every mistake you take, it gets you closer to your goal. And even if you can't see it at the moment, there will be improvements. But I'm human and most of the time I'm broke. So I tend to save money and expensive art supplies for special occasions, which may or may never occur. So I told myself, girl, you bought the paper because you wanted to use it, so use it. Because waiting for the right moment or to be skilled enough will let you procrastinate forever. The paper was expensive. Well, you already bought it. You have it in your home and you will never understand if you like it or not, or how it behaves if you don't try it. Accumulating art supplies, it's a common thing in art, but I feel better about buying stuff if I know I will at some point use what I'm spending the money for. So when I pick a color or a brush or something at the art store, I usually have an idea on how to use the tool or what I would like to achieve with it. So if you think you are not worth enough for your art supplies, stop. Of course, I will never suggest people to start out with extremely expensive tools, but if you already have them, like if people bought it for you, or if you just wanted to treat yourself, or if you just happen to have it at your place because your parents had it, or I don't know, just go for it. Use them. What I'm using is a Canson Moulin du Roi 100% cotton in hot pressed. And surprisingly, I thought it could have been smoother. I mean, it is smooth to the touch, but the inking was a little weird, like kind of rough. It felt like the ink wasn't flowing as it should have. I need to do other tests using a brush with ink and maybe using just graphite, I don't know. Because I really want to test and see how I find the paper. I must say that I had lots of fun doing this picture, even though it's basically just a test. Somehow I always think I'm not good enough with watercolors and therefore I don't deserve proper paper. Not that this is the priciest paper you could get, but for my standards, that's pretty expensive. I'm used to cellulose paper that is best with inks, and it holds significantly less water. I try to use the paper properly, like real watercolor artists do, doing lots and lots of layers and trying glazes, but I assume it takes a while to adjust from cellulose to cotton because the drying times were infinite to me. Like they and I had to resort to a hair dryer more than 3 times. For this piece I had nothing particular in mind other than the color scheme. I knew I wanted her to have two colors in her hair, and I wanted her to have a pastel pink shirt. And since it was doing just for fun and for practice, I resorted to what relaxes me more, which is drawing lots and lots of flowing hair. I decided to add a simple background, basically just a sort of gradient in orange, because I wanted it to contrast with the rest of the piece. I should have probably planned it better, because I realized that with this color scheme it would have worked so much better a strong backlight. Placing more purple gray on her would have worked so much better, and that's something I usually do in digital pieces, and that I should learn to apply with traditional medias as well. Like, if I had to do it in Photoshop, this piece would be totally different. But that's okay. This was just a test, it wasn't planned, and it's done. So yeah, I will do better next time. After I was mostly done with the background, I noticed it looked a little bit too boring to me, so I dabbed some paint off with a paper towel and I created that sort of cloudy effect that I enjoy a lot more. I used a little bit of gold ink for her eyes and silver ink for her zipper. It's barely noticeable, but it's there. That sort of detail is something that I mostly do for myself, because I'm pretty sure most people will not notice it unless they're told. But you know, do what makes you feel good. The glazing techniques works amazing with this paper, and I can see how it's a favorite among artists, but I'm also so impatient, so I don't know if I will ever be able to implement it in my process. All the materials used will be listed in the description box below, so check it out if you're interested. And let me know what kind of videos would you like me to do, like if you have suggestions, like subjects, or on how I could improve my channel. I would really love to hear from you. And I'm also planning a studio tour, so let me know if you would like to see it. Anyway, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new, please feel free to subscribe and hit the button with the little bell, and feel free to comment down below on how you feel about expensive art supplies, or your guess on why the sky is blue, or about the price of rice in Canada. Whatever, it is fine. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!